Okay, yeah, McCaskill really turned the Park District around since I've been there as the office manager. We had 3 perfect audits, 98%, the first in the history of Harvey Park District.
Well, I've witnessed a drastic turnaround since I've been there. We have quality programs, we have senior programs, we have programs for our youth. Real programs. We do trips, we go out of town, we have luncheons.
And it's cold out there.
Oh, you made it.
For real cold. No make-believe cold. It's cold for real.
All right.
And
Thank you for showing up.
Oh, how y'all doing?
that is one of the reasons that I'm on the McCaskill team.
Okay.
Because not only does Mr. McCaskill have a vision, he has a plan. And he had a plan for the Park District, he had a vision for the Park District, and the same thing goes for Harvey. Not only that, but he has proven that he can produce. He has proven that he can do what he said he's going to do. And that is why I'm here.
Well, before you came, we was discussing about you had to lay people off, and the reason for that was because there was a lot of stealing going on.
Yeah, it was.
Mismanaged money.
Well, it was mismanagement to the fullest. But the one thing we did do, we made a few cuts, but we were able to create new jobs through our vendors and our contractors.
Okay.
So that's the caveat. So we cut back on our workman's comp insurance. We cut back on a lot of expenses. Our payroll went down tremendously, almost $50,000 a month.
Okay.
So currently, payroll was $15,000. When I became a commissioner, it was about $65,000 a month, and that's not including health insurance and pension. So right now, we were able to take the money from the payroll and put it back into the parks, and it also pays down some of our debt. So that's what we did. So, yeah.
And your purchases that you made?
Yeah. Well, we made a lot of purchases because, there has not been any improvements in the park since 1983. So 1983, May of 1983 is when they put the basketball courts and things like that out at the different parks. And so that was the last park improvement as far as recreation for basketball courts. So we did 5 parks. We put pavilions in 7 parks, which we're very proud of.
Looks good,
Thank you.
very good.
We put fiberglass basketballs at Cooper Park, which is King Park. I call it Cooper, that's why one of my favorite parks. We put it at Ashland Park, which is now Commissioner Patterson's park. We put it at Holmes Park, and we put them at Little League Park. So we still have about 4 more parks we're gonna do this summer coming up. We ran a little short as far as our finances go, but
Don't leave out my part.
what park is that?
51st and Honorary.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Honoring
Is
part.
that
yeah.
gonna keep off violence for like teenagers and gangs?
What we're going to try to do as much as we can to keep the kids busy, right? So
Which is
when
good.
I was little, when coming up in Harvey, we had different parks and field house and things like that. So we kept me off the streets. So that's what we're going to try to
Well,
continue
that's
to
when
do.
we made park when we ran track and field.
Yeah, we ran
you
track
did the
and field.
hurdles and the
Yeah.
relay. You just will focus on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so my background is simple. I was born in Harvey, Ingalls Hospital. My parents raised me the right way, and I've tried to instill the same values that they put in me into my children. And so far, so good. It's been working with them, because you never can tell with the youth. Yeah, you gotta knock. But what we're trying to do is we're just trying to bring the city back. And so I just want to show the residents what we're capable of. We work together. So when we work together, I couldn't do a $4.3 million deficit change over with just myself. It was a team of people that came in and helped get the Park District back in order. From the director, Ms. Johnson, Ms. Brown, we all work together. We brought the contractors in. So our contractors don't make a lot of money. So I'm gonna give you a prime example. We only pay our contractors to cut 22 parks for the entire month, $7,000, which is no money, right? They're doing it because they want to help the city of Harvey, want to help the Park District to be, somewhere that people can come and have family reunions, have picnics and things like that. So we've put a lot of money back into the parks, and that's where you can see it. See, people in Harvey, the old school saying, if you can't see it, you don't believe it, right? If you can't touch it, it's not there. So people can see it, they can actually touch it, and I think that's the turnaround that the Harvey Park District is doing. So I'm very proud of our record at the Harvey Park District, because it's a team of people that came in and actually took care of the business. So
So do you remember your teammates for the relays?
Yeah.
How you got the relays?
yeah.
The relay.
Well, hopefully I'm still an anchor.
You were an anchor?
Yeah, I was the anchor.
I noticed you did a beautiful job at Cooper Park.
I appreciate that.
It
Thank
was
you.
beautiful for Father's Day, and everybody just came out and just had a lovely time.
But you know, it's a group of us, right? It's like, you know, I was talking to some people the other day, and I said, when a person stops learning, they want to be the smartest person in the room, then it's over. You can never, you know, never stop learning, but you don't want to be the smartest person in the room. So I got a lot of ideas from different people, bounce things off of me, and I said, you know, well, let's see if this works. And so far, so good, it's worked.
One thing I want to ask you, Harvey being in the shape that it is,
Yes.
that's a long road.
Yeah, it is.
These are hurdles again.
Financially, I hear you speak a lot, and you say it'll take $2 to $3 million to clean it up.
Yes.
Where's this money gonna come from?
Well, you know, so once you have a good track record and people in Springfield and the county believe in you, they'll give you an opportunity to get grants that you probably never receive again.
Okay.
So there's grants to help clean up the city of Harvey. You know what I'm saying? If you have people in place and their track record of doing the right thing with grant money, then people give you opportunity. So we can ask for the help from the county, from the government, the state government and federal government for some type of relief and some type of help. They'll help us, but they just want to get, you know, the right people in office. I believe that.
Me as a businessman, I see how business is ran when you go to City Hall.
Yes.
You go like in the planning department. It takes 72 hours before you get your permit.
Wow.
Are you going to change a lot of that stuff?
Of course. I mean, you should be able to get, if you have the documentation that's necessary to do any type of work in the city of Harvey, you should get your license within minutes. You know, once your bond and your insurance and your license stuff is verified, what's the holdup? It should be done within minutes, not days. And so I think that's one of the other issues that we have is that, you know what I'm saying, it's always hurdles, you know what I'm saying, that you got to jump just to do business in the city of Harvey, and we can't allow that to be anymore. We don't want to run business the way we want to bring business in, and I think that's one of the obstacles that we're going to have to face is getting good professional people in place, getting good people in place, not just to say, okay, they work in Harvey, but like I was telling someone the other day, everybody that works for the city of Harvey is going to be mandated they live in Harvey. I know that's going to be a lot of people upset about that, but our goal is to take $7 to $10 and circulate it through our community before it leaves out. That's what other communities do, and that's why they're so powerful and so strong. I was having a meeting with the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce, and I was telling the difference between the south side of Chicago and the north side of Chicago. The north side of Chicago, $250 circulating their community because they have everything you need. South side of Chicago has to go either west or has to go east or north in order to benefit. So the south side does about $75, you know what I'm saying, goes in their circulates, and then the north side is $250. So there's a big disparity. So right now, Harvey, it might be $2 circulating, you know what I'm saying? That's just through gas stations, that's just through small convenience stores, because the majority of our money is going to either Homewood or it's going to Midlothian, Posen, everywhere else, because we don't have it. Yeah, so we're just like it's almost like we're a filter for economic development. And so Homewood, if we don't hurry up and get the right person in the city of Harvey, Homewood is going to turn into the mecca of the south suburbs. Because they are doing everything the right way. Halsted and Homewood looks like Tinley Park. It looks like Naperville. They are really growing, and so we got to do something quick. And so my vision, along with the aldermen, if they can buy into this vision, is 159th, Halsted, Dixie Highway, and Sibley has to be something that catches people's eyes, so they can say, you know what? Let's kind of do something in Harvey. And then the police department, once we get the police department up and running and people feel secure, return on investment is what everybody talks about. So when you talk to business owners, whether it's small, medium sized, or large, everybody talks about their investment and their return on investment. So our goal is to make sure that the business owners are not being security guards / business owners and chasing down people for their product. We want them to say, hey, the City of Harvey Police Department is intact. They have a great response time, and we're going to move forward with them. So,
what are your plans for the Latino group and the senior citizens?
Well, the Latino group, we want to be all inclusive. We're going to bring everyone together. For those who know me, I went to school with you, so you know me. Everybody that knows me knows I want to bring everybody together. So one of the things I did at the Harvey Park District is that it's not just African Americans working on projects.
Right.
It's people of color all the way across the board.
Yes.
And so that's the first time in the history of Harvey. So if you look at Fifth Third Bank, when they did their expansion, the library, Gloria Taylor, that was before my time. And if you look at all the major projects that's been done in the city of Harvey, there was not no one of color. And also Thornton, the renovation of Thornton High School. There was no black subcontractors, no Hispanic subcontractors, period. So that has to change. So what I did was I said, okay, we have work we're doing in the parks. So let's give the African Americans an opportunity to do it. We put it out to bid. They came in. We got the best qualified people to do it. We put it out to bid. Hispanic people came in, and so we put everybody to work. No one in Harvey is doing that. We're trying to put everybody to work. So if you live in the city of Harvey, you should be able to make money from the city of Harvey, because taxes in the city of Harvey, as you would all know,
More expensive than other places.
yes, very expensive.
But senior citizens.
Well, senior citizens.
My mom's 60.
Well, see, here's the
59.
thing. That's my mom's a senior, right? So my heart always goes out to the seniors. But the things that we do at the Park District, we're going to take that on a larger scale. So we bought a 14-passenger handicap accessible bus, right? And we bought that bus so that we can transport our people to make sure that they have what they need. That's the first time in the city of Harvey that's ever been done. No other mayor, no other Park District commissioners have brought a bus to the city of Harvey. That's the first bus in the city of Harvey. So we're able to transport our people, pick our people up, bring them to our events so they can be more inclusive, right? So it can be included in everything. Just imagine we can do that with a bigger budget in the city of Harvey. So we go from one bus from the Park District to maybe 15 to 20 buses throughout the entire city. That is how you build camaraderie. That's how you build a strong base of people to move the city of Harvey forward. And I believe with that on my heart.
As a businessman, I got to ask you this.
Yes.
How do you plan on bringing business in by Harvey having such a bad name?
Based on my track record, right? So when you the first thing that people look at, first thing a business is going to look at is who's going to be the chief of police. That's very key. The second thing they look at is who's going to be the chief of staff, or quote unquote the deputy mayor. Who's going to be the department heads. When you start bringing the best of the best to come to the city of Harvey, they'll be knocking down the door to get here, because they see that the administration have changed. They're putting in qualified people to do the jobs that should have been done a long time ago.
It won't be friends or family, right?
No. And I'm gonna give you an example. There's nothing wrong. Let me say this to you, everyone. There's nothing wrong with hiring friends and family.
Right.
If they're qualified.
Thank you. Thank you.
If they're qualified.
Thank you.
Magic word.
Nepotism only exists for non-qualified people.
That's right.
So let me give you a prime example. And a lot of people, we took a lot of slack at the Park District because Dr. McCaskill happened to be my wife.
Yeah.
Well, she's the most qualified executive director, not just in the state of Illinois, but in the country, based on she has a dual PhD. There's no other director in the world that has a dual PhD that is a Park District director. You can go anywhere from Seattle to Chicago. That's not nepotism. That's business sense. That's smart.
Yes.
And she doesn't make the same amount of money these other communities make. Give you a prime example. Usually the director makes between 10 to 15% of your total budget, right? Dr. McCaskill won't even make half of that. So she did that because she also loves Harvey. She's also from Harvey, and she believes in Harvey. Now I do have a small family. None of them are qualified to do anything else, so they won't work for the city of Harvey.
But if she doesn't do her job, you will fire her?
Unfortunately, yeah. She would have to get the book. Now the question is, now will she get fired? Where will I live? So that's the question. But business is business. It doesn't matter if it's my father, if it's my mom,
brother,
anyone. You have to take care of the business. So yeah, I took a lot of slack, a lot of heat for doing the right thing. But come on now, when you look at a total budget and our payroll, our budget at the Park District is only $854,000, right? And our payroll at that time was $700,000. Yes, $700,000 just payroll.
You're about numbers.
So when you start going in and you start asking for documentation and say, well, something don't add up. Why we gotta keep getting $1 million loans just to make payroll and take care of the bills? There was no park improvements for over 20 years.
What happened?
Well,
What was their budget?
Well, what was going
Well,
on?
their budget was about $1.3 million, between $1.3 and $1.5 million. The problem with the Harvey Park District, and it's been like this for many, many moons, is that the commissioners want to get involved with the day-to-day operations. They want to get favors. They want to get, people to say, this what's going on, this what's going on, this what's going on, this my girl, this my guy, and nothing was getting done. And in the midst of all of that, we were losing money on our rentals and wasn't making any money on our rentals because commissioners would come in and tell the director, hey, this is what it is. I want this person to get this rental. So we were losing $40,000, $50,000 a year. For the first time in the history of the Harvey Park District, we have a surplus in our rentals. So I think that's well, no. They was proud of friends, but also just the direct stealing. It was just blatant stealing. And it wasn't so much of the commissioners all the time. They gave too much power to the director, right, without having any checks and balances. So in the Park District commissioners only control 3 people, right? That's the attorney, the comptroller, which is the auditor, and the director. Those are only 3 people. Everybody else, the director has a say-so because she is the CEO of the Harvey Park District. But when you start bringing your friends, your homies, your cousins, and all those people and telling the director that this person needs to work, and then as soon as the director tries to come there and do her job and discipline them or tell them to do their job, the first thing they do is go run and tell a commissioner, and then it becomes infighting, right? And so we got rid of all of that. And so now we have policy procedures that will take care of the business, and that's what's been missing for so long, not just in the Park District, but in the city of Harvey. No one has been taking care of the business, and so that's what we want to bring to the table. We want to bring a team of people that understand business, and be compassionate, and like, listen, I don't get paid as a commissioner, right? I get $0, but I put at least 40 hours a week as a commissioner. At least, that's a minimum. And that's what commissioners are supposed to do. When you go to Tinley Park, you go to Oak Forest, those commissioners do not receive a salary, but they are doing work. They're coming in there, if they're short-staffed, they're doing work. The other thing we're very proud of what we've done at the Harvey Park District is brought the programs we've bought. So we've always had a strong senior base, right? Strong senior programs. But we enhanced because we made it inclusive for everyone. We want to include everyone into the process.
How do you say everyone?
Because at one time it was just a clique, right? So it was a clique of seniors that got everything they wanted, right? Because they quote unquote controlled the vote. And other people, kind of got left behind.
Left out.
Now what we're doing is we're going door by door, door to door. We're going through mail and letting everyone know the wonderful things the Harvey Park District is doing for all the seniors, and that everyone is welcome. Now, for those who don't want to participate, there's nothing we can do about that. But we have never, ever, ever shut anyone out. We want to include everyone. And this is the first time in history. So the Park District has always had issues with programs for children. And one of the things I'm very proud of is the staff over the last 2 years. We've had the best, and this is not just me saying this is other communities calling saying, you guys have had the best program for our summer camp in the history of the south suburbs. Those kids probably went on more field trips than anybody I've ever seen before. And they did educational things. A lot of people don't know that we have a computer lab at Holmes Park. It's named after Medgar Evers. And so it's so many things we've done positive for the Harvey Park District that I think that we can do the same thing in the city of Harvey. Yeah.
What are the first two things you're going to do if you get voted for mayor?
First thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up the city. We're going to call all of our friends from different areas and say, hey, can you bring your guys over and help us clean up some of this garbage? We'll pay for the dumping, but can you just help us clean up? The second thing is put a transitional team in order so that I don't want to be the one who interview the department heads. I want a transitional board to come in and say, hey, listen, McCaskill, we think this person is the best for that job because of the credentials and because of the interview process we went through. So that way, when the recommendations come to me, it's not like it's handpicked by me, but it's going to be done by a group of people that are professionals in that. Yes.
Your relay team again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you just stated previously that all employees must live in Harvey.
Yes.
Okay, with your department heads, if you are unable to find qualified people, is there a time limit for them to move to Harvey? And where will they move?
Well, 6 to 9 months. We'll give a person 6 to 9 months. With all the abandoned homes we have, that's not going to be a problem. We're going to give them to them, because the reason why we're going to give these people the homes because it only makes sense because now that house becomes back on the tax roll. So we're going to get property tax. We're going to get water from them. We're going to get. A lot of people don't know that it's about 3.9% of your cell phone, your ComEd bill, your NICOR bill that is, that's tax, and the city of Harvey gets that. Look at your bill, and it's on there, municipal tax. That money goes to the city of Harvey. So that's why I don't understand why we in such a deficit.
Why we so behind in the water then?
That's a whole nother story.
We all had a lot of discussions, and we talked about a lot of things. But in a nutshell, what are you going to do when you become mayor in Harvey?
Well, in a nutshell, what I want to do is there's a few things I can make promises on, and there's a few things I can't. But the things that I can guarantee is I will not raise taxes to the residents of Harvey. I will not raise any fees because we can't tax our way out of debt. I will start a water relief fund using my mayoral salary to give back to the community because so many people, as we go door to door, we see that their water is cut off and they don't have the simple things like the necessary things to be in society, which is running water. And I will not take any health insurance. I'm currently gainfully employed with great health insurance benefits, so there's no need to use the benefits of the city of Harvey. I will not receive a pension from the city of Harvey. I think that elected officials need to do their job before they can even ask for the citizens to take care of them. One of the main things I want to bring to the table that I've never heard no other candidates talk about is the housing authority. With the housing authority will help us with our land banking. It helps with all the parcels that we have in the city of Harvey. So we want to bring a housing authority to the city of Harvey. But the other thing we want to be more inclusive. So we want to bring people in, small business owners, big business, to bring to the city of Harvey because we think that we have the infrastructure that we can move the city of Harvey forward. So I want to use Dixie Highway from 147th and Sibley to 159th and Dixie Highway. That's going to be one of our main thoroughfares. 154th, which is downtown Harvey. We want to bring that back up, bring in new economy and new infrastructure. One of the other things we're going to do in the city of Harvey, instead of trying to expand outwards, we're going to build up. So we're going to bring more high rises and things of that so the city of Harvey and the residents can be more enthused about living in Harvey. So I challenge all of the mayoral candidates, as I did before. I asked you guys to do a federal FBI background check so that the citizens are safe and sure that the people that they hire to be the mayor of the city of Harvey is qualified to do the job. I asked for you guys to do not background checks, but to do 3 tax returns so that people can see where exactly you live and are you gainfully employed so that you're not going to use the city of Harvey as your personal piggy bank. Those are the type of things and the challenges that other communities ask for. I'll ask you guys, are you a homeowner? Do you have something at stake in the city of Harvey? Are you a stakeholder? No one has responded to that request. And for the residents out there, it's a reason why they haven't. So my name is Anthony McCaskill. I'm running for mayor of the city of Harvey. And I think that Harvey is not just the hub of the south suburbs, but we are the hub of the region. And once Harvey moves forward, so does the region.
Hi, I'm Anthony McCaskill, candidate for mayor of the city of Harvey, 2019 election. I'm running because I love Harvey. From Ingalls Memorial Hospital to Thornton Football Field, Harvey's made me stronger. As a businessman and homeowner, I've seen the economic fails of the city of Harvey. But there's hope.